The only thing different for 6 through 11 is that there might be more than 2 terms. But it's still not a difficult task because when we dealt with variables, might have had a 2x squared plus a 3x minus 9x squared, something like that. Well, these were like terms, so we could combine those, negative 7x squared plus 3x, and that one wasn't. And so we're just left with 2 terms instead of 3. Sometimes maybe they're all like terms, and you can put them all together, combine them to get to 1 term, but sometimes you might have 2 or even 3. So the first thing we want to do here is simplify our individual radicals. So as I mentioned before, we might be able to think about these. So in my mind, I'm thinking this is a square root of 4 times the square root of 2. So the square root of 4 is 2 root 2. Now I'm not going to just leave it there. I will write this in, but that's your thought process, and this could go a little quicker than what we've been doing. But this is square root of 4 times the square root of 2. The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 2 can't be simplified. So I don't mind you just jumping to this step without, you don't have to do that step necessarily. So let's do that again. As you're thinking, hopefully you're thinking about this and realizing, oh, 18 has a 9 in it. So 2, there's my 2, times the square root of 9 is 3, because 18 is 9 times 2. And then we would have a square root of 2 left over. And again, my reasoning is this can be written as square root of 9 times the square root of 2. And then this root 5 cannot be simplified, so we'll leave it as is. So here we have negative 6 root 2 plus 6 root 2 minus root 5. Well, these are like terms. Negative 6 root 2's plus 6, well, that's a 0. So actually all we have for this one, our answer is negative root 5. And that's how you're going to work through the back part of this paper.